Harbhajan, my first question to you is with regards to Kohli's 100, because there's a lot of chatter on social media. People are divided with the way that 100 came. What did you make of that 100 in which a few singles were refused? There was a wide that wasn't given by the umpire. And then, Virat Kohli playing smartly. What did you make of the way Virat reached his 100?
Well, I think that wide wall was actually, it was quite wide, but nevertheless, let's leave that aside. I think Virat Kohli he batted beautifully. Maybe not just the Indians, but also the umpire also wanted to see Virat Kohli getting that century. That was probably the reason. But yes, good to see him in such form. He's batting so beautifully, and he got that brilliant 100 for India, and that's what makes everyone happy. No complaint about why it's not given wide or whatsoever. Virat didn't ask umpire to give that decision.
Well, absolutely right, Harbhajan. Nobody is complaining. In fact, the fans were very happy as we saw in the stadium. After all, plenty of them are Virat Kohli fans and they all were celebrating his 48th ton. And that's my next question. We all know that he's chasing Sachin Tendulkar's all-time record of those 49 ODI hundreds. The form that he's shown Virat Kohli in this tournament, he was coming close to 100. Eventually, he got it. Is there a good chance he goes past Sachin Tendulkar in this World Cup itself?
Uh, well, I do feel, he have got a lot of ability to cross Sachin's record and also to score many more centuries from here onwards. He's now at second spot, 48. Sachin is 49, and I think in this World Cup itself, I see him getting another 100 or two. It'll be good for India. If he continue with his form and get few more centuries in this World Cup itself, so that India can go on to win this World Cup. Yeah, but good to see him scoring those runs with that pace and with that ease.
Okay, now I'm going to turn my attention to KL Rahul. Very interesting from KL Rahul. He came at the end of the match and he said that, listen, I was the one who refused the single to Virat Kohli. And Virat told me also that, listen, people will think I'm playing for my 100. But he said, no, you deserve it. You go for it. But, just looking at KL Rahul himself in this tournament, he's yet to be dismissed in this World Cup. And that's a very interesting stat. Can we term him, and that's the word that I think you can name him, can we term him Mr. Reliable of the Indian team?
It's so good to see KL Rahul, the way he adopted to that number. Number four has been a big, kind of a vacant place for many years after Yuvraj Singh left that spot. Nobody actually kind of filled that slot like the way Yuvraj did. But yeah, it's KL Rahul's now responsibility to continue with the same form. He hasn't got out so far, and I hope that he'll score even in the future games as well. He's batting perfectly for that position. He comes, he takes his time, and he's one of those guys. I think, batting in the middle order more than opening. So this role kind of suits him. So it's a good marriage between both Number and KL Rahul. So good to see him scoring those runs, and I hope he continue with the same form.
Okay, we spoke about Virat Kohli, we spoke about KL Rahul, two other outstanding performers for India with the bat. We'll start with the younger one. Now, that is Shubman Gill. All top Indian batters were in great form in this World Cup, Harbhajan. The only one that hadn't really come to the party was Shubman Gill. He was injured earlier, then got one chance versus Pakistan, didn't have too many runs. But today, he's got runs, he's got a half century. Is that then the biggest positive for India from this game, that Shubman Gill is also amongst the runs now going into the tournament?
Yeah, I think it's a great positive that every individual is scoring runs, and also Shubman was one of those guys who were missing out of the party, but today he came to the party. He scored that brilliant 50 with Rohit Sharma playing the way we always know that Rohit is a very attacking player, and but last few years we didn't see him scoring those runs as quick as he used to, and now he's gone back to his own routine and scoring those quick fire runs for India from the front. And Shubman Gill coming in the form is a big kind of advantage for India. Once you have a opening stand for any team, you'll always have a good score on the scoreboard. So yeah, good to see Shubman Gill scoring that 50, and I hope that he'll convert those 50s into hundreds in coming games.
Okay, you spoke about Rohit Sharma there briefly while you were talking about Shubman Gill, Harbhajan. So let me now turn my attention to the Indian skipper, who's probably been the number one batter for India, especially with the aggressive batting that he's doing. He seems to be unstoppable, Rohit Sharma, at the moment. So let me ask you a bowler's perspective right now, Bhajji. Is there anything that bowlers can do to stop him in the kind of form that he is in?
At the moment, they can only pray. I feel Rohit is in supreme form and he's very confident. I think he's got that knack now, how to go under the skin of the bowlers, and he's playing brilliantly. He's putting the pressure on the bowlers, and he's setting the right example as a leader, as an opener, for the team to follow. And good to see him scoring those runs with that sort of ease and also, freely. So Rohit Sharma is a class player, and all I want to say that I hope in his captainship India lift another World Cup.
Just looking at this Indian team, the form that they are showing, is it fair to say right now, and we know that New Zealand are tied with them in terms of point, but is it fair to say that India are seeming to be a cut above everyone else in this World Cup?
Yeah, well, I think India is definitely a better team than the others team when we see them on a piece of paper. Why I'm saying this, because they are playing at home. They know these conditions better than anyone. And look, they're all solid players, and they've played a lot of cricket. They have got the experience, and all I can say, this is probably the best chance India can have to win the World Cup, because all of these guys are in good form. You talk about batting, bowling, in the fielding. It's all about confidence, and team looks, very confident. It's good to see they are all gelling together and playing like a team. So, yeah, I do feel they are notch above the other teams.
Okay, just a word on Hardik Pandya. We heard from Rohit Sharma a short while ago, where he said that they'll take a call on him, just tomorrow morning. But what I want to know from you is, do you think India will risk playing him versus New Zealand? I'm only asking you because you did see the way he twisted his ankle. How much time does it usually take? And will it be prudent then for India to take a chance with Hardik? Because one thing that we know about Hardik and this Indian team, you can have a replacement for any player. There is no replacement for Hardik Pandya. So what should you do? Be careful with him or no? Because it's a big game. It's going to decide who's going to be number one. Just play him.
We'll have to wait and watch how Hardik Pandya will feel, in Dharamshala. I hope he's fit. I hope he's fine, and hope he can play against New Zealand, because, when he plays, the composition looks really good, because he's someone who can bowl few overs for you, and he's definitely a match winner on his own with his batting ability. So I want to see him, playing in Dharamshala. And of course, if he plays, great. If he doesn't play, then India will have to think, what they need to do.
Okay, that's really interesting. If he doesn't play, India will have to look at a replacement. One final question, Bhaji, to you. India versus New Zealand, both teams undefeated at the moment. Who do you think starts as the favorite in Dharamsala?
Yes, they are both unbeaten teams, and they both are in good form. So it'll be one team who will lose for sure. There'll be one team who will lose for sure in Dharamshala out of these two teams. I think both the teams have played terrific cricket so far. So India, I feel, is still a better team than New Zealand. Whether they play in Dharamshala or anywhere in India, I feel they have the edge. But yes, New Zealand's record speaks for itself. They have always done well against India. So they'll be backing themselves to compete and also to win against India. It'll be a good game to watch. So I believe this is going to be kind of a final kind of a game. So maybe these two teams we will see them in the final as well. So this is kind of a pre-final. Yeah, but I hope India will continue to play well and continue to win.
All right, what a game coming our way. I'm rubbing my hands in anticipation because, as Harbhajan Singh pointed out there, this could very well be a final that we'll get to witness at the league stage itself. These two teams right now looking like the favorites to be reaching the final, and we'll get a glimpse as to between the two favorites which team holds the edge when the two teams clash. But Harbhajan Singh, thank you so much for taking our time.